What is going on, people of the internet? Hyper Chaotic here with a K double R, and welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time visiting my channel. So if for some reason you haven't heard the news, the YouTube alternative platform Rumble had sued Google for suppressing Rumble video results in Google search results. And supposedly, from what I've heard, they were either successful or they're closer to being successful. I cannot remember the full details. I watched a video on it, but it was a few hours ago, so the details are not as fresh in my mind. If you want to hear more about that situation, I will link a couple of videos talking about it in full detail in the description down below. Because the part that I really just want to focus on is just how many people out there probably don't even know that Rumble exists, just for this reason alone, and probably didn't even know it existed up until the news of its lawsuit with Google, or maybe you're finding out about it right now through my video. I apologize if I stutter or slur in my video. I have a problem with a speech impediment. Now, people of the internet, I'm pretty sure you are all no strangers to YouTube's many various problems. And if for some reason you are, well, I have a playlist dedicated to all of YouTube's issues, which I will link in the description down below, filled with videos from creators all over YouTube talking about YouTube's issues. All of them. All the issues that YouTube has ever had has at least been mentioned once by one creator in one of those videos in that playlist, which will include some of the videos talking about this Rumble Google lawsuit as well. Although Google is its own separate platform, it is the parent company of YouTube, and the very reason why they were suppressing Rumble is so people don't know about any of the alternatives and stay on YouTube. Now, of course, if you look up the websites themselves directly, maybe somebody on Rumble, but supposedly they've been suppressing people's videos and channels in Google search results if somebody tries to look up their Rumble account. So if you look up a direct video or channel from Rumble, you're probably not going to get anything. But the website itself, you will. If you try to look up the website itself, you should get it. Nonetheless, hearing about this issue, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a reason why so many people haven't heard about Rumble or even the other YouTube alternatives that I am familiar with, such as BitChute, Odyssey, and even Player, previously known as Utreon. Shout out to those watching on BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey. I'm not as of the moment, Player, so if you're watching this in the future when I eventually get on that, I get a shout out to you in the future, but as of recording, I'm not on Player, previously known as Utreon. Now, I call that a YouTube alternative, but it's more of a YouTube Patreon alternative combo, but more so of an alternative to Patreon more than anything, from what I've heard of from that platform. Now, the reason why I say the suppression of results from Rumble may be the reason why people haven't heard of Rumble, or as a matter of fact, any other YouTube alternative, just for that simple reason. They're suppressing it. Let's say if somebody out there got sick and tired of YouTube, so they decided they wanted to move over to a YouTube alternative platform. So they try to look some up. But every time they get a top 10 list, you know what's never mentioned in that list? And I could tell you from experience. They never mention Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, or even others like Dailymotion, VO, Locals, or any other alternative that exists out there. And if you ever do find some actual YouTube alternative platforms on a list, they're usually recommending platforms that have been dead, like VidMe. When was the last time you heard of VidMe? Why the fuck are freaking top 10 YouTube alternative 2024 freaking articles still listing VidMe? It's dead. It's no longer accessible. But then again, most of those articles are probably just old articles. It, for whatever reason, refuses to recommend me anything new. Or there's no article recommending any other video alternative website for user generated content. Because every time I try to look up YouTube alternatives, The only recommendations I keep getting is freaking Netflix, TED, and Nebula. And I'm not sure what part of user-generated content the fucking algorithm on Google didn't understand. How the fuck is anything on Netflix user-generated? And no disrespect to Nebula, but when people are looking for YouTube alternatives, they're looking for free ones, where any random schmuck such as myself can start uploading videos from their phone with 0 subscribers. We're not looking for a paid fucking platform. But point being, if you actually want to go looking for alternatives, where are you most likely going to go? Google or YouTube? The two primary search engines of the internet. Even though YouTube technically isn't a search engine, I guarantee plenty of you out there treat it as such. And so do I. But no matter how many synonyms I use for the terms in the search bar, I either get no results really, at least nothing related to what I searched. Surprise, surprise, welcome to YouTube and Google in 2024. Or, as I stated before, they just keep recommending TED, Netflix, Nebula. TED, Netflix, Nebula. TED, Netflix, Nebula. If I get recommended Netflix and Nebula for a user-generated alternative that anybody can sign up for free, the next time I look up a YouTube alternative, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. And again, no disrespect to Nebula. I know you're trying to support some of those creators out there, but I know you also only support creators who bring in the fucking money. And I understand why. You're a paid platform. If people want to watch your content on Nebula, they have to pay. So I can understand why you're going to bring in the content creators that bring in the views, that bring in the bucks. That's understandable. But in my eyes, you guys are basically like Netflix. You're not an alternative to YouTube. You're technically a competitor, but you're not an alternative. Because as far as I'm concerned, unless a random schmuck like me, who's currently literally recording off of his fucking phone right now, and will edit it on the phone too, because my computer's decommissioned, and doesn't have that many subscribers, I promise you, there isn't going to be a day in hell I ever end up on Nebula. And Nebula is primarily educational and thought-provoking content. So if you're something like a famous gaming YouTuber, you're not going to end up on Nebula unless you're doing video essays, breakdowns, or reviews of video games, which I think do exist on Nebula. But again, this really depends on the type of content. So if you just do regular playthroughs, yeah, you're not getting on Nebula. Now, for those of you out there who are familiar with those platforms, chances are you're not on them because your favorite creators are not on there. And that is understandable. But let it be known that as long as you use YouTube exclusively, these alternatives will never grow. The only way these alternatives are going to grow and give YouTube a run for their money is if you start using them exclusively, or at the very least more so than YouTube. But I understand you're not going to do that because if the content you want to watch is not even available, you're not going to go there. But your content creators don't want to go there either because you're not there. So viewers don't want to go there because the content creators are not over there. The content creators don't want to go over there because the viewers are not over there. Now we're stuck in a catch-22. Now, if you want to hear more about the issues of why the YouTube alternatives don't seem to grow in comparison to YouTube for all their other issues, I already made a video all about that. I will link it in the description down below, why those alternatives are not truly competitors. But one thing I did not bring up was the fact that their results were being suppressed in Google's search results, because I honestly did not know this up until today as of me recording this. This explains why I still see some people on the internet who have no idea about the other YouTube alternatives, because I constantly hear people say, I wish there was a competitor to YouTube. Why are there no alternatives to YouTube? Then in comes somebody with a reply saying, you know, there's BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey, Dailymotion, and that person will reply with, oh, I never heard of those platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, half of those, actually, all of those freaking alternatives that I've listed have been around for freaking years now. At least a minimum of 4 to 5. If not longer. At least 1 or 2 of them as long as YouTube. Literally, for as long as YouTube has existed as a platform, there have been alternatives. Just none of them have ever grew like YouTube did. Some of them have came and gone, others are still around. But unfortunately, it seems many of you haven't even heard of them. All because Google is suppressing them in search results. And I won't be surprised if they do the same thing with my video just for even talking about it. Just for even putting Rumble in the title or thumbnail. I swear to God, could somebody please explain to me why YouTube as a collective completely forgot about YouTube's blacklist? Because I swear they never gotten rid of it. Like, it never went anywhere. It's still here. Y'all just fucking forgot about it. What happened to all that shit about the internet never forgives? The internet never forgets. What a bunch of bullshit. Like, damn near all of you motherfuckers forgot about that shit as if you got fucking 27th degree amnesia. Combined with fucking 50th degree Alzheimer's. And let's not even ignore the fact that the suppression has gotten so bad that YouTube is literally suppressing alternatives from growing. Only because they know we use their search engine as our primary search engine. Google is a part of our lives in everything. Our phone, our computers, our online entertainment, our search results, our research. They're virtually inescapable. And they made sure it was that way to begin with. Not just with Google, but even YouTube. And they're trying so hard to keep their monopoly. Because, let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, they're kind of already losing it. And it's not to Rumble, or even BitChute or Odyssey. It's to fucking TikTok. TikTok is the only fucking platform that has managed to give YouTube a run for its money that they can't suppress. Which is why they're literally trying to copy them with YouTube Shorts. And just the simple fact that these alternatives do not censor people, that alone is a good reason why YouTube doesn't want anybody to go over to the alternatives. That and the fact that the second you sign up for these platforms, you can literally start making money on your content the minute you freaking sign up. I'm not even joking. I could literally make content on my... I could literally make money on my content as of now if I wanted to. I'm not making anything because I'm not really getting any views on Rumble, primarily due to the fact that it doesn't have an algorithm to curate content or recommend shit to anybody. But if there ever comes a day I do grow on Rumble and I get, let's say, a healthy amount of views on my channel, then I can actually start making money right now. And I don't have to meet any requirements. But of course, YouTube doesn't want you to know that. They especially don't want the big creators to know that or go over there. But it's very easy for the creators to not jump platform because you guys are not going anywhere. For as long as your creators are still available on YouTube, and as long as most of the content you want to watch is available on YouTube, you're not going anywhere. And neither is your favorite content creators. So really, YouTube suppression of alternatives is just the shit the shit. Feel free to laugh at my mistakes. I laugh at myself too in these videos. But it's just the shit cherry on top of the shit sundae. And it don't matter how much freaking sugar and syrup you put on it, it's still a freaking pile of shit. And unfortunately, that's the shit we have to deal with. Not just YouTube suppression and censorship, but the fact that they know, and I know, you motherfuckers are not going anywhere no matter how many alternatives pop up. Even if your favorite content creators went over there. Trust me, I wish I was wrong. I wish you motherfuckers on the internet would prove me wrong. But you won't. At least not anytime soon in my lifetime. But who knows? Maybe you might prove me wrong. The future is unwritten. Nothing is certain. And by all means, please do. I would love to be wrong. I would love Rumble or BitChute or Odyssey or any other YouTube alternative to give YouTube a run for its money. Anything but fucking TikTok. I cannot wait till they're banned. Anyways, thoughts and opinions, let me know in the comment section down below, and like the video if you've enjoyed. If not, leave a dislike and a comment telling me why. Please, please, please. Because any interaction is good interaction for my channel and the algorithm, and any criticism can only get better. And it should be common fucking sense by now that a creator will not grow without engagement. That's just how the algorithm and the platform works. Except for those watching on BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey. Shout out to those. Yes, I'm available on those platforms. Just engage if you want to engage for the fuck of it. Because there's no algorithm there, so it doesn't even fucking matter. But it does make me feel better to know somebody's watching these. And of course, subscribe to add a little dose of chaos in your life. Like my chaotic stuttering. If not, please do leave your dislikes, because your dislikes do matter. And I do appreciate your time, even if you didn't enjoy it. I really, really do. HK out. Have a good one.